Have you ever wondered what the first day of Trump's Manhattan criminal trial tells us about the justice system? Welcome to the unraveling of one of the most significant events in our political landscape. Today we embark on a journey to chronologically dissect the events of the first day of former President Donald Trump's criminal trial. This trial, a first of its kind, marks an unprecedented moment in history as Trump becomes the first former U.S. president to face criminal charges. Our focus will be on the controversy surrounding the hush money payment scheme that has attracted widespread attention and spurred debates on the integrity of our justice system. We'll delve into the heart of the case, the arguments presented, and the reactions it triggered. From the arraignment to the court proceedings, we'll paint a vivid picture of the day's events, offering insights into their significance and potential implications. This trial is more than just a legal proceeding. It's a testament to the resilience of our justice system and its ability to hold everyone, regardless of their position, accountable for their actions. So, what exactly happened on the first day of this historical trial? The case against Trump is not an average one. It is a tale of power, money, and the alleged bending of laws, a narrative that involves a former president and the intricate mechanisms of justice. At the heart of the case are allegations of a hush money payment scheme. The prosecutors argue that Trump maneuvered a pre-election payoff to Stormy Daniels, a move that may have violated campaign finance laws. It's a charge that draws parallels to the case of John Edwards, another political figure who faced similar accusations. The defense, however, counters that the payment was not to conceal an affair for political gain, but to protect Trump's family. The truth of the matter remains to be seen, but the saga doesn't end there. There's another layer to this complex legal puzzle: the potential falsification of business records. This charge carries its own weight, separate from the hush money allegations, and it's a piece of the puzzle that could significantly impact the case. The players in this drama are just as compelling as the charges themselves. Key witnesses, such as Michael Cohen, will play a pivotal role in the unfolding of the case. Their credibility and the weight of their testimonies could be the tipping point in a case that's already teetering on the edge of public interest. And then there's the issue of jurisdiction. The case is a complex web of state and federal laws, a challenge that adds another layer of intricacy. Prosecutors are tasked with the daunting job of linking these laws in a potential criminal case against a former federal candidate. This isn't just a legal battle, it's a labyrinth that tests the very tenets of our justice system. Now that we have a clearer understanding of the charges, let's dive into the first day of the trial. The first day of the trial didn't go as some might have expected. It was a day filled with anticipation, filled with the hum and buzz of a courtroom preparing for a case of monumental historical significance. The trial of Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, had finally commenced in Manhattan. The day started early, with the prosecution, defense, and judge arriving at the courtroom, ready to begin the process of jury selection. However, as the day unfolded, it became clear that this was not going to be a straightforward task. The selection of jurors, usually a routine process, turned out to be a hurdle on this first day. Despite a pool of potential jurors, not a single one was selected. This wasn't entirely surprising. Given the nature of the case and the profile of the defendant, it was always going to be a challenge to find jurors who could approach the trial with an open mind, not influenced by their personal opinions or the media coverage. Meanwhile, throughout the day, the prosecution, defense, and judge all had their moments in the limelight. The prosecution, led by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, laid out the charges against Trump. They spoke of the alleged hush money payment scheme, the first time a former U.S. president has faced such charges. They outlined their case with a determined conviction, setting the tone for the trial ahead. The defense, on the other hand, reiterated their stance. They maintained that the payment was made to protect Trump's family, not to conceal an affair for political gain. They emphasized their belief that no crime was committed, echoing Trump's own sentiments. The defense's statements were forceful, a clear indication that they were ready for the battle ahead. The judge, the neutral party in this high-stakes trial, made significant contributions to the day's proceedings as well. He declined to impose a gag order on Trump, citing First Amendment rights, and emphasized the importance of a fair and unbiased trial. His words were a reminder of the principles of justice that underpin the legal system. While no jurors were selected, the first day set the stage for what's to come. It was a day of opening moves, of setting the stage and laying out the battle lines. It was a day that promised a trial filled with revelations, challenges, and an examination of the intersection between politics and law. And with that, the first day came to a close, leaving the world waiting for the next chapter in this unprecedented trial. What does this first day tell us about the justice system? This is a question that has complex answers, but let's try to unravel it. The first day of Trump's Manhattan criminal trial has thrown light on several aspects of our justice system. A pivotal point of discussion is former President Trump's attacks on the Manhattan District Attorney and the judge overseeing his case. The fact that Trump can openly criticize the key figures in his trial might raise eyebrows, but it's a testament to the freedom of speech protected by our First Amendment rights. This is an essential part of our democracy, where even those standing trial have the right to voice their opinions. However, this freedom also brings with it a set of challenges. For instance, Trump's open criticisms could potentially influence public opinion and thus the outcome of the trial. This is where the role of the judge becomes critical, to ensure that the trial remains fair and impartial, despite the noise outside the courtroom. The judge's decision not to impose a gag order on Trump, again citing First Amendment rights, further underscores the commitment to uphold these rights, even in complicated high-profile cases. This decision not only reaffirms the importance of free speech, but also places a significant responsibility on the shoulders of those involved in the trial to separate personal sentiments from legal facts. Moreover, the negotiations for a protective order to limit Trump's use of discovery materials hint at the delicate balancing act our justice system must perform. On one hand, it must safeguard the rights of the individual on trial. On the other, it needs to protect the integrity of the legal process. So, what does all of this tell us? It shows us that our justice system, while far from perfect, strives to uphold the principles of fairness, impartiality, and the right to free speech. It reminds us that justice is not just about the end result, but also about how we get there. It's about ensuring that everyone, regardless of their status, is given a fair and unbiased trial. The first day of the trial has already revealed much about our justice system. As we move forward, it will be fascinating to see how these themes continue to play out. What can we expect as the trial continues? As we look ahead, the selection of jurors will be the next significant step in the trial. The defense and prosecution will be meticulously sifting through the jury pool, seeking individuals who can approach the case with an open mind, unswayed by political bias. This process, often a strategic chess game, could take days, if not weeks. Once the jury is in place, the real courtroom drama begins. On one hand, we have Trump's legal team, likely to lean on the argument that the hush money payment was made to protect his family, not to manipulate political gain. This strategy mirrors that used in the John Edwards case, which resulted in an acquittal. On the other hand, the prosecution will attempt to prove that the payment violated campaign finance laws. They may also explore charges related to falsifying business records. The credibility of key witnesses, such as Michael Cohen, will be crucial here. The complexity lies in linking state and federal laws in a potential criminal case against a former federal candidate. The timeline for the trial remains uncertain. Given the magnitude of the case and the high-profile nature of the defendant, we could be looking at a trial that extends well into 2024. Beyond the courtroom, the trial's potential impact on Trump and the broader political landscape is substantial. Should he be convicted, this would be the first time a former U.S. president has faced such consequences. This could set a precedent for future cases and potentially influence how politicians conduct themselves in the future. However, should Trump be acquitted, it could bolster his political standing, fueling speculation about a potential return to the political arena. Either way, the trial's outcome will undoubtedly ripple through the political waters of our nation, directly impacting the discourse surrounding accountability and justice in politics. As the trial progresses, it promises to continue shedding light on the workings of our justice system.